up, everybody? It's Dan here from Specific Personal Training, and I just want to give you a quick intro or a quick bit of background about this. So this is going to be my Thursday Thoughts video, and I want to try and make this a regular segment. And this is part of my Specific Success Coaching, where I help people find alignment in health and fitness and other areas of life as well. So this is, as I mentioned in my intro video about Specific Success Coaching, or about my YouTube channel, this is where I'm going to go beyond kilos and macros. This is where we're going to talk more about weights and protein. We're going to talk about mindset and finding fulfillment and happiness, not just in fitness, but we will also touch on other areas like business and relationship as well. This is a whole barrel transformation, and that's what I do with the Specific Success Coaching. So I'm hoping that I can drop a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of philosophy, and a bit of motivation for you guys. If you like this kind of content, or if you get to the end of it and you like it, then please don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest notifications. And like I said, I'm going to try and make this a regular Thursday segment. It's going to be a very low-key production compared to all the other kind of stuff that I do. It's literally just going to be me sat here talking, maybe with the odd slide coming in, but certainly compared to what other stuff that I do is going to be very minimalist. Autumn is definitely hit here. It is a cold ass day today, almost on cue, 3rd of October, and yeah, the wind's hit and the sun is gone. But anyway, so let's jump into this topic of being controlled by fears. I thought it was very apt with it being the month of Halloween as well. There's going to be things that we will always be afraid of: commitment, abandonment, death, sharks, burning buildings, people. Fears will never go away, and some of those fears are legit. Fear is of your body giving you warning signs. It's trying to keep you safe. As an example, how many people have swam freely with sharks and lived to tell the tale? Now, we don't ever think that you can be totally fearless. At least I don't think so. It just won't happen, and personally I wouldn't want it to happen either. It just wouldn't be safe. But when it comes to those high risk daredevil moves, it's more about turning down the dial of fear. But what about other kinds of fears? You see, there's like another kind of fear, and this is like a low grade chronic fear that infiltrates every aspect of our being, our actions, our thoughts. And this fear isn't saving us from that shark attack. This fear is not preventing any kind of pain or warning us from a dangerous situation. In fact, this fear is doing the total opposite. This fear is keeping us in a state of fearful living. It's preventing us from success. It's keeping us from our most vibrant and fulfilled lives. And you're probably wondering, like, how is this? That's because this fear is full of what ifs which are tied to our self-worth. So if we don't get this job, or if we don't achieve this thing that we're setting out to achieve, then we are worthless. And tying things to our worth makes the stakes of things so much heavier. And this is what we're afraid of, that we might not be of value. Because of this fear, we don't apply for that job or ask for a pay rise because we don't think we deserve it. We don't start that video vlog that we're worried about because of what people will think. And we don't have a fulfilling relationship because we're scared we'll get hurt. We don't let ourselves seek happiness because we're afraid we don't deserve it. And we don't take that big leap or make that big decision because we're so worried about failing. Now, my question is, do any of them sound familiar to you? Well, like you, I suffer from a lot of that crap too. I don't hold my hands up. I've suffered from a lot of that crap too. And I've suffered from all of them in the past and still have to keep myself in check with some of them. Hence why I put the video blog in there. I always have to keep myself in check with the video blog to make sure that I don't get scared and jump out at things, and I don't let it control the vlog. I've feared not finding a meaningful relationship after some heart-wrenching experiences I've wondered if I actually deserve anything I now have and that I'm working towards. I've often feared before that I don't have the right to put the value that I do on my services as a coach. And I've even feared how I will be perceived in gyms as a coach or as a fellow gym member as well. I guess you could say I've always been on the rougher side of life just from my looks, as you can probably tell from all the tattoos and everything. But I've even feared before how I would be perceived and how it would affect my potential for business. And I was worried about it so much at one point that I even changed my hairstyle and made sure I was clean shaven for work every day. And just me being clean shaven is a scary look. We didn't want to go back to that one. But I also remember the first time I increased my prices up as a fitness coach. And this is actually a funny story when I look back at it, which I make this super quick. So I'd been thinking about putting my prices up only by about $5 a session. And because of inflation and things like that, and just assessing some of the trainers that I was working around and valuing my skills against theirs. But I'd been thinking about it for a while now and stewing over it for a long time, because I was fearful about how my clients at the time would react. And I was blowing it all out of the water, thinking I was going to lose at least half of my clients. And I remember telling one of them, and I was actually quite shocked by the reply, because she turned around and said, well, it's about bloody time. So yeah, I always thought you charged too little and was even worth more than the increase. And actually, on a side note of that, I didn't actually lose one client because of it. But I was so fearful of that and fearful of my worth that it was something that took a lot of time and energy. So anyway, back to my point, that I have lived with all of those fears that you guys have now that are watching this. And the difference between me and somebody who is controlled by their fears is that I have just learned to deal with those issues a bit better over time. And it's okay to live with this low grade sense of fear or anxiety, as long as you figure out how to control it. And it will take some time too. I mean, the world has afraid of everything. We're afraid of dying young, but we're afraid of getting old. We're afraid of being alone, but we're also scared to let someone love us, and we're afraid of commitment. We're afraid of staying still, but we're also afraid of making a change. Like, it can just give you a breakdown trying to process how we're all scared of total opposite ends of the spectrum. So with so much fear, no wonder that we're all grasping for control over every little detail. We all have expectations on how we want things to unfold and how we want people to see us. And I see it getting worse with time as well. Acting this way doesn't actually give us control. Trying to fight it or owning it doesn't give us control, because there is a meaning behind it all, which is controlling us. And that meaning is fear. So when you let go of the control, you actually feel much more liberated. You actually have more control because you find it easier to navigate around situations and issues, which opens up more possibilities and growth. And of course, it's easier said than done. Everything in the world is easier said than done. I will never sugarcoat that. But being in control makes us feel safe. Letting go terrifies us. But do you know what makes us feel good and powerful? Is being free. Again, letting go can be scary, and we feel a comfort, we feel a safeness being in control. But to feel good and powerful, you only get that from being free, from experiencing and achieving and living in our desires. Now, to start making the shift from focusing on asking myself, what if? Instead, try telling yourself all the reasons why not. So, you know, when you're fearful, don't think about what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? What if she says no? What if I get turned away? Try thinking, why not? You know, why not try this? Why do I not deserve to be in this position? Like, why? Just why not? The question that I have for you today is, what fear are you still letting control you and your progress? Okay, and this can be anything, whether it's in fitness, relationships, wealth. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys, and I really love to connect with you guys on this one. As always, I love connecting with you guys, as you'll see in the comments, and helping people find happiness and fulfillment. And also make sure that you check out my other social media, where links will be in the description down below. And this is where you can find out more on this and other subjects that will help you find great fulfillment and happiness in your fitness, business, love, and life. Please give this video a like and a share as well. Help me spread the word, help me spread the knowledge, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.